Alright, y'all are going to come along with me on a rainy day in my life. First things first, when I wake up in the morning, I always have to pick up the water bowl that my elderly cat knocked over in the middle of the night. Next, I move on to checking the weather for the day. This just lets me know what I'm going to wear to do my morning barn chores, as well as what the weather looks like for how I'm going to blanket the horses throughout the day.
Babies. Hey, darling. Hi, baby. Hello, kitten. You're fat. You're also fat, but it's okay. I still love you.
I prep everyone's grain at the same time and go ahead and throw supplements in, and then I usually feed the show horses first since they take the longest to eat since they have the largest amount, and then I feed the other guys in this barn, and then I put the rest of the feed in the cart and take it down to the lower barn. And excuse the giant mess in the barn, it's winter time and we just got a load of hay and shavings and everything else, so we're just going to work on a cleanup video in the future. Now during this time, normally I would be cleaning stalls and doing other little barn maintenance things, waiting for the horses to eat so I could put them outside, but since it's raining, the show horses stay inside so they get their water, their hay, and their stalls cleaned.
Jelly Bean. Hi. You're so handsome. Hi, Fox Rocks. Oh, you're so precious. So precious. I know. I'll have cookies when I come back. Hi, Tarawera. Yeah, meow. Thank you.
And right now my neighbors are traveling for Christmas, so I just had to run over and take care of their dogs a few times a day. This particular morning I had some errands to run, so I stopped at Walmart to get some aloe juice to keep their tummies all sorted out in the weather.
Okay, so I figured I would explain really quick while I'm sitting here in the Walmart parking lot what's going on this morning. So, this has been a 3-month process at this point. So, sometime in the summer, actually, I wrecked my truck, kind of. Long story short, I kind of like backed it into a telephone pole, but I actually smushed in the driver's door. Long explanation, but besides the point, I took it to this local shop to get it repaired. And not only did it take an extensive amount of time, which, like, things happen. I'm not that much of a complainer when it comes to that stuff, but, like, it was a little ridiculous. And, like, every 2 seconds it would be something new, why they hadn't gotten it done, whatever. When I originally went there, the deal was they were going to replace the whole door. Whenever I squished in the driver's door, the interior of the door popped off because it was so pushed in. And so they were going to replace everything on the door. Well, they didn't replace the interior of the door. They didn't even do anything to it, and they charged the same amount, which was a pretty penny, and I had to pay for all of it, and I didn't run it through insurance for other reasons, so it all came out of pocket. So that was a big hit, especially for them to not do the work that they did, or they said they were going to do. So eventually, me being the pushover that I am, I was like, oh, you know, whatever, okay. And eventually the door started, like, the interior part of the door started, like, catching, I don't know how to explain this, but catching on the weather stripping. And eventually it got to the point where it got stuck on the weather stripping. And when I opened the door, the entire interior panel ripped off. And that actually happened at a lesson. I think I have a picture of that. I'll put it in here. So that happened, and then it continued happening, and every time I'd try to get in and out of my door, I'd have to rip the panel off the weather stripping. So it got to the point where I just ripped the entire panel off because it was beyond broken. There was no repairing it. So I contacted the shop, and they're like, well, the reason we didn't put the panel back on the interior was because the door that we ordered, we had to paint it, and had to paint the exterior, and the interior was a tan color, which was the other option for this year of truck. Obviously my interior is black, so they're like, yeah, so we just didn't put it on. And I'm like, first of all, that's not my fault. Second of all, I paid for the interior panel and you guys didn't even say anything. You didn't try to repair it. You didn't do anything to it. And it was because we waited so long to get the exterior fixed because of all their painting process or whatever, I don't know, it became even more damage. So the responsibility is there for them to fix the interior. Anyways, and so I told them this, and we fought on it for them to repair the interior at the same price, like to not charge me an additional on top of what they already charged me, because what they already charged me was supposed to include the interior. So 3 months later, it's now been a ridiculous process of, oh, we can't find a door. Oh, we ordered it, but, you know, it never showed up. Oh, you know, we ordered it, but it just hasn't come in for 3 months. Oh, y'all, I'm so mad. And then I go into the shop today, and the lady looks at me, and she's like, you need to stop letting people get in and out of your truck using the handle. That's why it broke. And I'm like, I looked at her and I was like, ma'am, no one else drives this truck but me, first of all. Second of all, I don't use the handle to get in. I use the steering wheel because it has a body lift in it, so you kind of have to, like, climb up into it. Third of all, it broke because I smushed the outside and the interior was supposed to be repaired. And she's like, you said people use the handle to get in. I said, I never said that because no one drives this truck but me. Oh, y'all, I'm a very easygoing person, but when you A, change the facts, and B, try to accuse me of something that's not my fault, it turns into a rant video. So there you go. But anyways, it's fixed now, kind of. There's a piece missing right there that they just didn't say anything to me about. They're like, yeah, here's your truck, bye. Okay, but I think I have that extra piece at home anyways, so I'm just not even gonna mess with them anymore. Y'all.
I feel like I go to the feed store almost every day, but I had to stop and get the alfalfa that I forgot when I was there yesterday.
Because it is super gross, rainy, and cold, and tummy achy, I'm gonna make a little warm alfalfa lunch for the horses. Alright, I got the stalls cleaned. You stay in there, KK. I just have to put some more shavings down since they're still inside for the day. Hi! And then I'm gonna pull them out and give them each a spa day.
My phone definitely died after that video, but I just went inside and did some inside chores for a little bit, and now it's time to do evening feed. So the cats get locked up at night to protect them from any critters or anything dangerous, so they just get their food at night and get locked up, and they always just curl up and go to sleep. And then, like a true redneck, I drive the camouflaged feed cart over to my neighbors to take care of their dogs. And once the temperature starts dropping for the night to where it's gonna get really cold, I go ahead and put the last layer on the horses so they're cozy for the night. And at this point, I head up to the house to get dinner and finish what I need to do in the house and finally go to sleep. It doesn't seem like a long day when I don't get to ride, but it definitely adds up with a little. I had to throw in a little appreciation for the beautiful Christmas decorations my parents do. I'll see y'all next time.